What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I got a new set of headers that we're going to install on the DB2. So here we have is our no-name header. Let's unbox it. Alright, y'all, I got the header assembled, got the gasket, the 314mm bolts, got the O2 sensor installed. The only thing that is missing with this header is the exhaust gasket, or the exhaust donut, which I do not have. Now I'm gonna go to the parts store and go buy one. But I'm gonna go ahead and install this, and then I'm gonna run to the parts store. Hopefully they got one in stock, but it's a 2-inch diameter that I need. So if you guys don't have a traction bar, it'd probably be better if you guys go ahead and install this first and then put the downpipe on. But since I have a traction bar, I could just put the whole thing all in one piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the car jacked up again and get the header slide in and put on. I am gonna use the factory gasket because I don't like that aftermarket gasket. It tends to blow out. The same thing for this middle part. It's probably gonna blow out later. But like I said, this is just a temporary header just to get the car running. So yeah. All right, y'all, so I end up installing the header first because for some reason when I tried to put it in as one piece, it wouldn't clear for some reason. I couldn't get the header over the bolts. So now I'm just doing it in 2 pieces. So it looks like it fits so far on top, but let's see if the bottom fits now. All right, y'all, so that header did not fit. I end up having to clearance the oil pan and the mounting tab on the downpipe because that mounting tab was rubbing against the oil pan, causing the downpipe not to bolt onto the header itself. After I clearanced that tab from the oil pan with a hammer, I was able to bolt on the header. But after I bolted on the header, I went to go put my O2 sensor back on, and the O2 sensor was right above the half shaft, which I couldn't get the O2 sensor to screw back in because the O2 sensor was literally touching the half shaft. So I ended up returning that header. So I ended up ordering a PLM header. It's a Toda style header, 1-piece design. It's good for ground clearance. It has a 2.5-inch collector on it, which is good. And the primary tubes are way bigger. So this should give you a lot more power than that crappy eBay one or your stock header. But yeah, let's go ahead and install that and let's see what happens. Got really good ground clearance. Alright, y'all, so the next thing I'm going to do is install the new exhaust system. What's on the DB2 right now is just a stock exhaust. This is from my DA. It's a 2.5-inch exhaust all the way through with a Blox muffler and a resonator. Alright, y'all, here's a little update. I did test drive the car with the half-size radiator and the new header install. I'm going to go test drive the car for about a good hour and a half. After an hour and a half or so, beating on it, hitting VTEC and all that, like maybe 10 times and just driving and cruising. It did start to overheat a little bit. It went past the half mark just slightly. So what I'm gonna do is wrap the header with heat wrap so that the engine bay will be a little bit more cooler. Also, the header did start to change colors. So the headers did start to change colors. I thought I cleaned it good before I started it up, but I guess not. So there's a little bit of burnt marks or oil marks that I left on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this header back off, and then we're gonna wrap it. Got this wrap from Amazon. It comes with the zip ties and 2 rows of heat wrap. I think I spent like $35 for 2 rows. This is 2 inches and it's supposed to be 50 feet in 1 row. Hopefully 1 roll is enough to do all 4 runners. I did get the slim fan for the AC. This is a 10-inch fan. It barely fits, but it will work. It's close, but a 10-inch will work. All right, y'all, so I got the header wrapped. It's not the prettiest. This is my first time wrapping the header, but it's not too shabby. I got it wrapped all the way down. All the way down to the downpipe. So hopefully this should help out a lot with the temperature. So good. Temperature been like that for about an hour and a half now with the car idling. So I think we're good. I think that header wrap helped a lot. Before it used to be a little bit closer to the halfway mark, but now we're looking good now. Alright y'all, this is going to be the end of the video. We got the new PLM header installed. We got a new 2.5-inch exhaust system installed. The car runs amazing. I do feel a little bit more power. The car pops now. It is a little bit loud, but it's not that obnoxious, and it sounds pretty decent to me. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys got any questions or anything, you can leave a comment down below. If not, you can reach me on Instagram, Big Kev on this. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.